What's up, guys? Underdogs of Addiction, Zarek here. Today's video, I wanted to talk about a few things. Um, I wanted to talk about the true cause of addiction. This is a big debate, all over. The AA people believe that it's a brain disease. Other people believe it's a generational curse, spiritual war. The train of thought I like to believe is from Gabor Mate, guys like him that believe addiction's root cause is trauma, childhood trauma, and pain. From my own experience, I know that to be true because I went through a lot of it, from abusive, dysfunctional households, household growing up, uh, domestic violence, not being validated, seen, or heard, no intimate emotional connection with my father. Um, had a good mother, but she was not very emotionally available for me, so that caused me many issues, and that led to me to try to fill this gaping hole inside of me, which a lot of addicts you'll hear if you go to AA or go to treatment. Every person, whether they're gray and old and don't look like a cowboy, or 20 years old and dressed like Post Malone, uh, everyone talks about this gaping hole inside of them that they feel, and I'm no different. And that gaping hole really is what Dr. Gabor Mate explains, is a disconnection from ourselves, from our inner child. Um, and until we can learn how to reconnect to our authentic selves, it's going to be very hard for us to truly recover. We could stay sober, but to recover means to recover ourselves. Um, and I truly believe that as long as you learn how to recover to your true self, that you can beat any addiction. I've been to 2 different treatment centers. In the first treatment center I went to, they believed in the Gabor Mate train of thinking, and I learned how to reconnect to myself. I processed a lot of trauma. I learned how to trust myself. I learned how to father and be a parent to that inner child that was not taken care of the best when I was younger. And I've been able to stay sober ever since. And I've been in recovery for almost a year. Um, yeah, so anyone out there who might be in the depths of addiction like I was a year ago, drinking to try to numb themselves and to numb their pain, I would just have compassion for yourself and know that it's not because you're some failure or something's wrong with you. It's because you're trying to deal with an incredible amount of mental and emotional pain that you do not know how to deal with, and that the best thing you can do is try to get help, watch videos, try to figure out how to deal with that pain in a healthier manner before the addiction takes you out and kills you, because it will. When I was 23, I lost my aunt, who was 37, to a fentanyl overdose. When I was 11, I witnessed her buying pills, and I would play video games in her apartment, and I thought that the pill lady was just coming through to take care of my aunt. I had no clue what was really going on. But slowly over the years, I saw that addiction take her, and then take her away, and she moved away, and she was ashamed, and she couldn't tell anyone the truth. And that same isolation, that same lack of connection with her family and those that loved her, led to her overdose on fentanyl back in 2013. And that death, it was really hard because she was like my big sister. I've spent most of my childhood with her. Like whenever my parents would let me, I'd go to her house. She always wanted a son, so she treated me like her kid. And I always thought my aunt was this happy-go-lucky person because she never showed any signs of depression or anything. She always tried to put a smile on her face, but she was disconnected from her authentic self, and that led to her using drugs until it eventually took her life when she was only 37 years old. And ever since then, I've kind of made it a mission for me to try to figure this shit out. Even before my alcohol and cocaine addiction even took place, I knew that there was something different about me, and I knew that there was a lot of other people out there like me, usually my friends, because like attracts like. I have friends now that I talk to daily that haven't got the help I need, and I'll talk to them, and they'll just be like, You know, I feel useless. I feel all these different things, and they've tried medication, certain things, and sometimes all those people need is just someone to hear them. You could save someone's life just by texting them and letting them know that they're not alone. I did that the other night for one of my good friends back home, and it's a beautiful thing to be in a situation where I'm now, where I've done a lot of the work, and I can begin to help people who were where I was a year ago, and I'm still getting help from people that are 10 years ahead of me, and we could all help bring each other up. Um, you know, that's just where I'm getting at. Ways you can learn to connect to your inner child. I mean, there's many, but I would highly recommend getting some therapy, or just doing something, you know, yoga, meditation. Not everyone can afford treatment, but hey, if you're on state benefit, you know, Medicaid or whatever, there's still stuff out there for you, you know. There's always something out there. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. Have a good day.